Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Season 6 of Cold War is officially partially here. We've got part 1 of the update going live tonight. This is going to introduce a handful of new patch notes, weapon tuning, some gameplay changes and whatnot. And then tomorrow night, once the Warzone update goes live, that's when all of Season 6 is going to be live for both games, when we'll have the new battle pass, the new weapons, all the new main seasonal content like that. But we do have plenty of patch notes to go over, so that is exactly what we're doing in this video. If you enjoyed at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. It would be seriously appreciated. Let's aim for 3,000 likes on this one. And of course, if you're new to the channel or if you have not already subscribed, feel free to do so, as I'm always covering everything going on in COD. News, updates, intel, loadouts, it is all right here. So feel free to subscribe. That way you can always stay up to date. Also, quick announcement, the Horizon frames are now back in stock at Gamer Advantage. These are by far my favorite frames. I had to cop some of the black ones. I also have some clear frames as well. Like, I love these things. They're super durable, super comfy, very lightweight. If you guys want to get a pair for yourself, they are going to sell out fast, and code Immortal gets you a nice little discount at checkout. Link down in the description below. So we've got our Season 6 patch notes here specifically for Cold War. Keep in mind, none of this has anything to do with Warzone outside of the content. All the physical changes, the weapon tuning, everything like that is tied just to Cold War. But of course, we have the Season 6 update officially going live at 9 p.m. Pacific on October 6th or midnight Eastern on October 7th. And that's when we'll have everything going live, including the new battle pass and all the new content on that. We're going to be covering that, so stay tuned for that video. We're going to have new weapons, maps, operators, all sorts of stuff like that. Of course, 5 weapons all throughout the season, new weapon unlock challenges for the previous DLC weapons, new weapon tuning that we're going to get into here is included in these patch notes. For multiplayer, we got Deprogram, we've got America for 6v6, we also have Globoko for 2v2 and Face Off and 3v3. We've got some new playlists, new operator missions, plenty of new seasonal challenges, then even more. And for zombies, of course, this is sort of the end of the Cold War cycle for zombies. Forsaken is the last round-based map that we're going to have for Cold War before we transition into the storyline for Vanguard, which Treyarch is leading. So plenty of stuff to go over there. Of course, the battle pass, obviously, as mentioned, the new maps, America, we got Globoko, all the new seasonal challenges. Zombies, we have Forsaken here, all the just basic overview of stuff. What we're more interested, though, here is the patch notes. When we scroll down here, we get into that. So global. New battle pass. Obviously, it's got all the same old stuff as always. New operators, Masons included in that. 100 new tiers, new skins, new weapons with the 410 Iron Hide, and then also the Grav. The Battle Axe is going to have a new unlock challenge. The Sai is going to have a new unlock challenge, and as is the EM2 and the Tech 9 as well. So you can get that for free in multiplayer, Warzone, or Zombies if you don't already have those unlocked. But right away, we jump into the weapon tuning here for the assault rifles in Cold War multiplayer only. Keep in mind, on the EM2, they reduced the max damage by 6, which is actually pretty drastic. It's going to make it feel a lot, weaker in general. They increased the vertical recoil on the first bullet fired. They removed the -7% fire rate penalty from the task force barrel, and they increased the horizontal recoil penalty on the task force barrel by 10%. On the C58, they added 12% horizontal recoil reduction to the 60-round drum attachment. They added 8% vertical recoil reduction to the 60-round drum attachment as well. So the mag will actually help out with your recoil now. Now for the SMGs, on the Tech 9, they reduced the ADS speed a little bit. They reduced the sprint to fire speed. They reduced the weapon swap speed, and they increased the effective range penalty on the burst fire repeater muzzle from 15 to 33%. So quite a few changes there. On the KSP, they reduced the headshot multiplier by a little bit. They actually increased the damage on the task force barrel attachment up to 8% now, so it might be a little bit more worth running that. On the LC10, they also reduced the headshot multiplier, so both those are going to feel a little bit weaker if you are consistently landing headshots. Nothing too crazy, though. On the pistols, my goodness, they absolutely just thrashed the Marshall, right? So they reduced the max damage range by almost 2 meters here from 5.08 to 3.81. They reduced the firing speed from 0.35 to 0.366. They increased the range penalty on the Dragon's Breath from 8% to 25%. So you're going to have next to no range if you're trying to use the fire rounds there. And the bonus damage from Dragon's Breath is now reduced at ranges beyond 6.66 meters. The maximum bonus damage has been reduced from 40 to a maximum of 24. And the 12.1-inch extended barrel attachment increases the range before this damage drop-off. So Dragon's Breath is going to feel a lot worse than before if you were consistently running that versus when this update goes live and these changes are put into effect. For the shotguns in general, all shotguns, they increased the effective damage range bonus on the Ranger barrel attachments by 3%, so nothing too crazy. On the Howler, they added slightly longer visual shake after firing. On the Street Sweeper, they added more dramatic visual and weapon movement when firing. And for the specials on the nail gun here, the shots to the head and neck now do 2 times the damage, so that has the potential to absolutely fry if you're incredibly accurate. We of course have new prestige levels and rewards. This is a basic thing with every single season. You can now go into the shop, get new prestige keys, unlock some new stuff there regarding, you know, old calling cards, emblems, all sorts of cool stuff there. I love the fact that I can rock like MW2 calling cards in Cold War. I think that's super cool. I wish we could do that in Warzone as well. I think it'd be awesome to eventually see that added in. I feel like at some point in time we probably will, but of course with the new season we have new levels and unlocks there. For the prestige shop, we have the new trench crawler blueprint added into that. There's also some new legacy calling cards as well. We obviously have the main lobby theme updated as well. That's something that also happens every single season. The whole background on the main menu is a little bit different and more seasonal related. And I'd imagine that once we get closer to Halloween, it might update again to sort of theme itself around the whole haunting event. Now for multiplayer, Deprogram, one of the new maps for Season 6, has been added into the 6v6 rotation, as has America, and Globoko is now in the rotation for Gunfight and Face-Off for 2v2 and 3v3. And I believe up at the top it also said 6v6, so eventually it'll be added into that map pool as well. There is some new seasonal challenges, nothing too crazy or out of the ordinary here. We also have some new operator missions in here, and for the featured playlist in multiplayer, we've got Deprogram 24/7, Face Off, Globoko 24/7, Nuke Jacked 24/7, which I'm not really a huge fan of. Just Hijacked seems like it's predominantly the one that's getting played there. We also have the Gunfight tournament back, Face Off 6v6, which does in fact feature Globoko actually, the 12v12 Mosh Pit, which features Deprogram in America, the Party Games Mosh Pit, and the Multi-Team Mosh Pit as well. Then we get into the zombie side of things. Obviously, Forsaken is the big content update here, the final round base map for Cold War's entire seasonal, update span. So this will be the last map we have for Cold War. The main quest comes on October 7th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, so while you'll be able to play the map tomorrow night once, Season 6 officially goes live at midnight Eastern, the main quest is not going to be available for almost 12 hours later. That way everyone has time to sort of mess around with the map, see what's going on there, and sort of learn a little bit about it before jumping right into the main Easter egg. PhD sliders, of course, being introduced. They've also, got some new things with the skill tiers for that as well. We have the Chrysalax Wonder Weapon, and then also the Die is back as well, and that can be upgraded to the Pack-a-Punch machine. There's new support for the ARC-XD and the hand cannon. There's some updated changes to enemies. We have the new elite enemy, the Abomination, which is now being introduced. The new trap is available in Forsaken, the Suspended Hind. There's new intel, new challenges, some new operator missions, some new features. The Rampage Inducer is now available in local offline play, which is pretty cool. Some Dead Ops 3 arcade changes were made. Of course, we're not super huge on zombies here on the channel, so if you want to read the exact specifics, by all means, feel free to go ahead and pause the video as we scroll through that. But then to close out things for the featured playlist for zombies, we obviously have Forsaken. We've got Outbreak, Endless, and 3 Region, Malorder Toten, Firebase Z, D Machine, Dead Ops Arcade First Person, Normal Dead Ops Arcade, and then for the PlayStation exclusive Onslaught mode, we have regular Onslaught, Onslaught on Deprogram, Onslaught Elite, then also Onslaught Containment. So overall, not a ton of gameplay changes. Really, the big things are the weapon changes and the weapon tuning here for multiplayer, especially to things like the Marshall, and I would say probably the EM2. Those are going to feel pretty different from, Season 5 and previous seasons, so those will feel a bit different, but overall, pretty standard seasonal update. Really, the core of this update is going to come tomorrow night, as mentioned, with the Warzone update, and when Season 6 officially goes live, we'll have new patch notes for Warzone. We're going to have the full Season 6 Battle Pass. We'll be covering all that in future videos on the channel, so if you're not already subscribed, feel free to do so. Hit that sub button, click that bell icon. That way you'll always know whenever I post a new video. And of course, if you enjoyed this one, let me know by dropping a like on it. It would be seriously appreciated. That's going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy. Have an awesome rest of your day. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.